What's happening? I'm not going to be real long with this. I don't know who else is live or what's going on. I'll give y'all a few minutes to get piled in here. Hey, how you doing? How are y'all? Hey, Selena. All right, guys. I tried telling y'all months ago about Sandman. Tried telling y'all about the church. But here's the deal. Tim is behind Joel Peter Brown. Tim is behind the glitchy dancer. Tim is behind all of that. Do y'all not find it funny that it's all on the International Movie Database? And that's what Tim does. This started as a classroom project. And you know, the SDA has their own classrooms, their own kids, their own everything. Don't forget to like the video. It helps with the algorithm. It helps get it out there, okay? Regardless of what Tim says, Tim has been involved with the church since day one. Tim writes the programs for the church. Tim wrote the missing children's programs for the church. All the filming that you've seen of Summer in the church has been done by Tim. The videos of Summer that was in the church was took down because he did not want anybody knowing that he was the one that was doing the photography in the church. All this has been hidden for a reason. It has been hidden from you guys for a reason. That's why it was taken down. The video of him, the close-up of Robin trying to get Summer to wave at David Dotson, done by Tim Mullins. I believe it's video 7 or video 8. Tim is talking about being a prophet. And I can't count the times that he uses the word prophet in this video. You will have to go back and watch his videos. And I'm not going to play them because I have already been saying this since the beginning. But he uses the word prophet, I don't know how many times. The man is crazy, and I believe that he thinks of himself as a prophet. He goes into telling you about these dreams that he's having of Summer running to him, Uncle Tim, Uncle Tim. And he says several times, Summer's the only person in this world that loved me. How many? Number 9. You're right, Selena. Summer's the only person in this world that ever loved me. But he's not supposed to know Summer, right? Right? He's not supposed to know Summer. He's not supposed to know these kids. He's not supposed to know this family. He didn't meet this family until June 23rd. That's a load of BS. He's known this family since the beginning. I have studied these people's doctrine. I know what these people are about. The whole group of them are touched. You will have to go back and watch my videos from the very beginning, you will have to drop down to the very first one I ever done. It says, "What is wrong with this church?" Or "What is wrong with these people?" I don't remember the name of it, but it's the very first video that I ever put out, ever. And the UPA7 is the name of the very first publishing company that I caught. It was Universal Publishing, but before it was Universal Publishing, it was UPA7. And Tim has took that publishing company and he has blown it up into everything that it is now. And what they are talking about, onion sites and dark websites, it's not just that, but you can go and you can just Google summerwells, and it will look like radio stations, and it will say summerwells found. And when you click on it, it's one of those, "Oh, well, you have one an iPhone, or you have one this, or spin the wheel." And there's thousands of them out there. Just Google summerwells and don't click on the links. I mean, that's all they are. And it is just link after link after link after link. And that is them making money off of summer. And some of them end in IO. I mean, just do a simple, you don't even have to go on the dark web. Just Google summer wells. And I will tell you something else that I caught them doing. Here a while back, it was a couple of months ago, a group of them was putting out rumors that Summer's body was found like in Los Angeles. And they were sending traffic. They were saying, "Well, go check TikTok." Well, there was a massive amount of people going to TikTok and searching TikTok. Well, there was one certain creator that was putting stuff out on TikTok that was driving that traffic to that specific creator on TikTok that was putting out that information. And then when they got to TikTok, it would drive them somewhere else. And that traffic was making money from point A to point B to point C. And I caught them doing that months ago. But try it yourself. Just Google summer wells. You don't even have to put in summer wells found or summer wells anything, just summer wells. And then go down the list and just look at the website, the names of the websites. And some of them will look like radio stations. Some of them will look like foreign countries. Some of them will look, you can tell they're sketchy just by looking at them. Well, when you click on them, like I said, they're going to drive you to a site to where it says spin the wheel, or you have one an iPhone. All you have to do is this. All you have to do is that. And that's generating traffic. That is generating money. For Tim Mullen, Candace and Don Wells. And like I have always said, never take my word for it. Try it for yourself. And I have never told you guys wrong. I have always said, never, ever, ever take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Haven't I? I've also got another video down there. It was probably one of the first 4 that I put out. And it says, the name of it is, "What's All This Talk About Summer Coming Back?" And it's like in one of the first 4 that I ever done. And I caught Candace at a prayer vigil talking about kids coming back after they had been gone for X amount of time. Kids popping back up when they're like 18, 19, 20 years old. And her and Robin is conversing about this, and it is a very, very, very strange conversation. Now, here all of a sudden, we have Tim, and this is if she pops back up, this is a great thing, okay? But it is not a miracle, it is a planned event. But these people within the church is trying to bring back, I don't know how to put it, but okay, Ellen G. White, this woman that Don talks about all the time, this prophetess, she was a sickly girl. She was a woman that was a little bit damaged, that had a little bit of physical disabilities, that had a little bit of but anyway, they've always talked about a female prophetess coming back in her place, okay? This has always been a plan for the SDA to bring back a prophetess in her place. And not just the SDA, but the Branch Davidians in general. They had one. The Roden woman who was in Waco. And I know this sounds like some GG shit, but listen. She died when David Koresh took over down there. Now, count the times that Tim Mullins, as crazy as he is, has said, prophet, 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 dream, 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 and some are coming back, 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 back. Just think about it. And if they can miraculously bring her back, then what is she to that church? Oh, I've not lost my ever-loving mind. It's not me that's lost my ever-loving mind. It's documented what these people are around there. I don't think he is the prophet, but what do those people in the church think he is? And how much does Don love God? Does Don love God enough to hand his child over to the church to be indoctrinated? I'm just saying it's definitely worth looking into, because Tim has said it's not SA, that it's more than that. It goes deeper than that. So if it's not SA and we can take that off the board, then what is it? What goes deeper than that? And he has said so many times. And what would be so important that this whole group of people could keep this secret? It's something so big that a whole group of people can just, and it's okay. It's okay. whatever it is, makes it okay. And I'm just asking y'all to think about this. Oh, this goes a lot deeper than money. And there is still a reason that that phone is on and it's connected. And it did not, when Benny was just saying it, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention. But when I was in Libby's chat earlier and what she said, and when she said that it was a fact that that phone was on and it was connected to Wi Fi and it was connected to the internet, there's a reason why. And there's a reason why they still want that phone on. Is that how they're communicating to still get to her? To know when to move her place to place? Is it time to move her to a different location? I'm just saying, think about it. But I do know that website and that search engine, and it's not just Google, it's DuckDuckGo, it's Bing, it's Yahoo. Try any of them. He's got all the search engines generating money, massive money. Try it. How many other missing kids do you know that had, and like, just try it. Try Googling or Yahooing or Banging or whatever, Summerwells, and then just look at all the sketchy websites. Just look for the sketchiness. And then ask yourself, how many other missing kids has websites like that that's generating that kind of money? And why? Why do they need to generate that kind of money? And in that many countries, and in that many languages. Why, Tim Mullen? Why? I think you really are crazy, man. Hollywood. Bingo, Aussie. Bingo. Bingo. Yep. I mean, this has just gotten ridiculous. And she needs to be brought back. Now. Not in 6 more weeks. It shouldn't have went 9 months. And y'all have all seen yourself what kind of environment that most of these people live in. I believe the word that was used was barbaric. And I think that just about nailed it. Was barbaric. So whatever environment she was left in can't be much better than what she come from. Yeah, they own Loma Linda University in California. They just bought that big Indian Springs hospital in Tennessee. They own hospitals and airports in Vietnam, and I can't name all the hospitals and airports that I have found associated with these people. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And the doctors, look, the people that's associated with these people, doctors, 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 a lawyer, doctors, doctors, doctors. It's pathetic. And I can start calling them out by name, profession, address. I can start doxing every one of them. It does not matter to me. Teachers, right. See, I already know that Rebecca Cody, or Rebecca, however you pronounce her last name, has donated a kidney to somebody there locally. But I really don't buy into the organ theory thing. Because there would be a track of prescriptions being filled for rejection, for anti-rejection meds and stuff. That would be an easy trail to follow. You have to take a lot of anti-rejection drugs and stuff. And there would still be prescriptions being written to somebody for that. So I do not buy into the organ thing. The SDA is tied to every airport, to every hospital. But go back to whatever, I think it was number 9, and number 8, number 9, number 10, and count the times he says, dream, 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 and profit, 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 profit. And go back and listen to every video that I done about who these people are. And then ask yourself, well, why has he lied for the past 6 months about who he is and knowing these people? Why not come straight out and say, yes, I'm tied to the Seventh-day Adventist. Yes, I'm the videographer. Yes, I'm the one who wrote the programs for the church. Yes, I've known these people for the last year and a half. Why not just come out and say that? Because I've known it. Because I've been saying it. Cher's known it. She's been saying it. I don't know anything about the Panda Link. I don't. I don't think the TBI or the FBI has anything to do with. I think Tennessee does secret indictments in April and September, and I have honestly thought and kind of hoped that in April that they would have an indictment ready for Don and Candace both. And whoever else was involved. I think they have been trying to wait until they could find Summer, because if they make arrests before they actually find Summer, that could mean a difference between life and death for her. If they are hiding her somewhere and keeping her fed and keeping her clothed and keeping her, what happens to her if Candace, Don, and Tim are arrested and they stop going to her and stop taking her food and stop taking her clothes and stop taking her, what happens to her then? Think about that. So, in a way, I think that they are trying to find her before they make the arrest. Does that not make sense that they would want to find her before they arrested this ring of people? Y'all don't forget to like the video and hit super chats if you can. I don't cash app, PayPal, bang bang, whatever it is. I don't do all that. But I thought that it was fair to let you guys know that I believe that he is 100% behind the glitchy dancer. We have the actual dancers, we have traced back to a company, in, believe it or not, in Waco. Thank you. We have actually found the dancers. We have found the beginnings, what started as school projects. We have found the files that started as school projects, like for kids to do ideas on missing children and stuff. And it's like he just has put this together. Oh, and he says that he met the Wells like on June something. But go back to that first video and look at the date on when that first video was made. Just take a look at it. The date that very first video was made does not even match up with the dates that he's telling. The man is a compulsive liar. Well, I went silent about all this for a while because I was getting some very rude, ugly comments about speaking out against the church. And oh, well, it's all just a conspiracy and you're down a rabbit hole. Well, I did go down a rabbit hole for a while. So I come out of it and I just went quiet and just quietly kept looking into him and looking into him and looking into him. And all this stuff is what we have found. That's fact. And when it's fact, it's no longer a conspiracy. No, he's not a prophet. He is a manipulative, compulsive liar. Sometimes you got to go into the darkness and dig a hole out the other side to find the light. But I think that that phone may be the answer to finding Summer. I think that that phone may link them all together. Because why else is it on? Why else is it connected to that Wi-Fi? Why else is it still a factor in this. Why would Tim even download it? Why would Tim even put it on his computer? And yes, he did involve Michael Vaughn in this with the glitchy dancer and a whole lot of other kids. And I don't know if he's generating traffic off of that too, if he's generating website traffic off of those names, but I'm willing to bet that he is. I'm willing to bet that he is. Now, that would just be allegedly and in my opinion. If you Googled Michael Vaughn and a bunch of little bitty websites popped up that was either out of country or that looked like radio stations or just sketchy little sites, yeah. Yeah, I talked to him a lot. It could. And you know, the name Dalton Stout keeps popping up too. And he is a videographer. And he was with Ernie in Gatlinburg the same time that Grandis had the kids in Gatlinburg. And those questions have never been fully answered for me. They have chased each other around in circles with a lot of accusations. But still in all, we've got two creators that was in Tennessee at the same time. Grandis is in Gatlinburg with the children. Now that is just one hell of a coincidence. And Dalton Stout has been convicted of domestic violence. Everybody said, "Oh, leave Dalton Stout alone. He's already been through enough just being connected to Ernie. He don't deserve to be dragged through the mud." Bullshit! I found a record on him too. There is a video on my page. It says, "Look, Dalton Stout has made a video with Ernie in it." The video is on my page, or part of the video is on my page, not the whole thing. And that video was made the same weekend in Gatlinburg that the Amber Alert went out for summer, or the weekend before. I'm sorry, the weekend before the Amber Alert went out for summer. You can never truly erase everything on an Apple iCloud account unless you send it into the factory to be factory reset. You can factory reset your account, but it can never really truly be erased unless you send it into the factory. Exactly, but nobody seems to say, "Oh, well, I knew Ernie Shell," or Ernie Shell say, "Well, I never really knew the Wells." Well, something was going on. What's the real story here? So you've got Dalton, that's a videographer. that is capable of putting out top rate TV shows. You've got Tim Mullins pretending to be Joe Brown or Joe Peter Brown or whatever. And you got Ernie Shell, and they're all right there around summer in the same little place, the same weekend that Grandma Candy has her in Gatlinburg. And is that a coincidence? And Benny may or may not have been there. He says in a video that he had been into Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, okay? He says that himself. But then later he goes back and says, no, I was mistaken. I was in the Rockies in Colorado. Now, which was it? I don't know. But the truth needs to start coming out about how all these people were connected. They're filming Predator Hunter Nation. They're seen running down the sidewalk filming Predator Hunter Nation in Gatlinburg down Main Street. It's documented. While Summer is in Gatlinburg. Do I look shocked? And they're all on YouTube making so much noise back and forth. And all this noise is exactly that, just noise. Hopefully, so we can't sort it out. It's all been a distraction. The rest of us is working. Noise equals money. All right, guys, my daughter is trying to call and I really need to talk to her for a minute. So I'm going to jump off of here, and after I get off the phone with her, I'll throw up another live, okay? I would like to know where those photos are, too. But I love you guys. Have a good one.